Hey folks, welcome back to Choose a Choice. It's been a while, but we're back and we've got 3 episodes recorded for you all. For our Patreon subscribers, we also have a bonus episode that I DM that will be out shortly. During this episode, we'll meet some corporate employees, and we had a hard time keeping their employers straight. To make it clear, these people worked for Photonid, although we occasionally referred to them by other company names. Hopefully it's not as confusing for our listeners as it was for us. Thank you so much for sticking with us through our hiatus, and enjoy this episode of Choose a Choice.
So strong it lasts forever. Despite these challenges and roadblocks in our way, I'll always have your back no matter what they say. So stand with me and face our final moment. Choose a choice to carry us on through this.
Last time on Choose a Choice, things happened in the Black Forest that we don't know anything about. We explored the Bellingham estate, discovering slamboons, drinking non-Newtonian fluids, and trying on various outfits while attempting to discover the secrets hidden in the house. We found out about Sienna's father having been fired from Sunrise Corporation, and his plan to get back in. Bob Regans, the person who fired him, will pay dearly for pushing around the Bellinghams. At the gala, everything is beautiful. Expensive-looking robotic dancing chandeliers lend an ambiance of whimsical levity to the ballroom and the surrounding areas. Artificial fireflies are floating around lazily outside in the gardens, and the guests, each dressed to impress in fashion both classic and progressive, are enjoying pleasant conversation, smooth android jazz, and light atmosphere. Butler robots are wheeling around, offering small drinks and tiny bite-sized foods to guests, including allegedly real Black Forest ham. How it could be from the Black Forest is unclear, as the ham industry there hasn't existed for a couple of weeks now, having been displaced by Photonid's recent Scorched Earth campaign in the area.
Is there no refrigerators?
Are there no poorhouses?
Rich people don't use refrigerators here.
Oh,
It's like
right.
reverse.
I imagine.
Ice,
So honestly,
ice boxes are all the rage.
I imagine there would have been like a rush on the Black Forest ham market once people realized that it was like going out of business.
It's like Dogecoin, but Black Forest ham.
Or
Right.
like
Or like
gasoline.
GameStop. Yeah, it's the GameStop of Edenia.
Sure, call it that. Yeah. People seem delighted with the outfits that our heroes are wearing. Even Janet, in her 3 stripes tracksuit, is seen as well dressed for the occasion. Many of the most famous and infamous leaders of Sunrise Corporation are here, and everyone seems to be having a good time. And you'll remember that Mr. Bellingham gave his speech, saying, he's so glad that you came to the gala. He said, "Please, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I have something of an announcement." And he gave you his little speech, which if you go back to the end of 2 episodes ago, you'll hear. And his speech ends kind of abruptly, as the lights flicker and go out and a terrible chill floods into the ballroom. And one by one, the butler droids deactivate, lose balance, and fall to the floor, their trays of champagne and fancy tiny foods scattering between and around the awestruck guests' feet. Even the artificial fireflies fall out of the air, and it becomes unnervingly silent. It seems that something terrible is about to happen. Janet, please roll vigor to resist an EMP.
That is a 3.
All right. I need you to roll spirit.
That's a 4.
Okay, let me roll the competing. Does that beat a 37?
What?
Janet, you are going to follow along with the rest of the androids in getting up from the ground and forcibly beginning to corral all of the people in the ballroom towards the basement. And against your will, you're saying things like, move to the basement without resistance.
Destroy all humans.
No.
Destroy all... Oh.
Move to the basement without resistance, or you will be harmed.
Well, that's not very fun.
Can I see Janet?
Yes, you guys can totally see each other, especially because Janet is an android and her lighting is back on, so you can see her like light up eyes, etc.
I'm also 6 feet tall.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
Have you always been 6 feet tall?
Mm-hmm.
No, she grew over the past few episodes.
Oh, I didn't
Only
know.
evil Janet is that tall. She walks on tiptoes. I'd like to run to Janet and try to open up some access panel, preferably one where I can access her personality chip.
It's on her left butt cheek.
It's not on her left butt cheek.
This is
We
gonna be
established
insane.
that in
Right
like
butt cheek.
episode 2. That it's on the back of her head.
Well, one access panel is on the back of her head.
Yeah, that's where the personality chips are too.
Okay, the chips are there, but that's not to say there couldn't be other access points that have influence over those.
I would just like to say definitively Janet does not have cheeks.
On her butt.
Just completely flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's more like roly poly oly, where it's just the legs.
It's just the legs come out of the body.
It's like Bender. Yeah, it's like Bender.
Or the robot from Dr. Doofenshmirtz's assistant.
Yeah, Norm.
Depending on what
Norm.
media you're into.
Norm.
Yeah, there's 3 levels of infant to adult.
Yep. All right, what do I have to roll to access her access port?
Go ahead and roll hacking.
That's a 5.
Janet, I need you to roll.
Punching.
No, I need you to roll hacking at a reduced die level. So go 1 step down. And don't roll your wild die.
That's a 3.
All right. Berkeley, you successfully access Janet's personality panel.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
I'm nervous about this, so maybe the party can stop me if they want to. I feel like the best way to help her in this situation
No, you can't get naked.
would be... I am a minor, thank you very much. Would be to pull out her personality chip and just put it back in. And hope that,
Oh, actually, no. You need to pull it out, blow into it, and then put it back in.
okay.
You see...
That's canonical. My personality chips are recycled N64 cartridges.
You see 3 cartridges in there.
Oh, shoot, that's right. Yeah, do I know... Can I tell by looking at them which one is for...
One
Wait.
of them has the label Edenian Transit Authority on it.
Okay, I'm going to pull one of the other ones out and shove it back in.
So one of them looks like it's from the way, you can kind of see the labels on the front. One of them says GoldenEye 64. And the other it looks like it says oh shoot, what's one of those like educational games that we had for the N64?
Rayman.
Yep.
Rayman Learning Letters.
Okay, I'm going to pull out Rayman Learning Letters. Blow in it,
okay.
and then put it back in.
All right. As you pull it out, Janet, I need you to roll spirit, and I need you to do a personality roll.
Sorry, hang on. All right. That is a 3 for spirit.
Okay.
And that is a 3 on my personality roll.
Okay, so Janet, you fail to, even given the change in your programming just now, your system fails to react to the removal of the cartridge in any significant way, and in fact, you are almost ignoring Sketch Thompson's surgery, I guess you could call it, continuing to just try to corral
Please
guests.
move to the basement.
Exactly.
If you resist, you will be harmed.
Well, shoot, that was my only idea.
So you have the Sketch, you have the Rayman Learning Letters N64 cartridge in your hand still.
Oh, okay, then I blow in it and put it back in.
Okay. Let's move over to Quest Jenkins and Sienna Bellingham. What are you guys doing?
I'm still eating.
You're just ignoring the androids?
Off the floor.
I grabbed several of the shrimp cocktails off the floor.
So
And I have I have a little scoop of the sauce in one hand and a couple slightly dusty shrimps in the other.
Wow, that is dedication right there.
I blow them off. Like, of course, I'm not like a
Not an
savage.
animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a little bit of sauce on my questicles.
I would imagine so.
I forgot that that's what you call your mustache for a second.
That's what I call each mustache lobe.
Yeah. I am probably up close to where my dad was giving his speech. I'm not...
Actually, shouldn't each one be called a questie? If there are questicles as a group, each one should be a questie.
I suppose so.
All right.
Are you
All
done?
right, so back to what Megan was saying.
Okay. So I'm standing by my father as he was giving his speech, not like right next to him, but like, pretty close. I think as I see this going on, I'm definitely not eating shrimp off the floor. I'm not letting myself get corralled by the robots, kind of trying to I don't know, duck under them, pull a Red Rover if I need to, just break on right through, and kind of get to the outside of the corral of humans, and trying to get over to Janet and Sketch.
Okay. Go ahead and... I always say go ahead and roll. Maybe that's annoying to people. I'll try not to say that anymore. I'm going to say... I'll say... Sienna, roll athletics.
Okay. 9?
All right, you successfully evade the robot's attempts to corral you in, and you make it over to Janet, who is actively corralling people towards the basement stairs, and Sketch Thompson, who is kind of half climbed on Janet's back with the back of her head hanging open, and it looks like he has just stuffed one of her personality cartridges back into the back of her head.
Sketch, is that really the right course of action, do you think?
Well, I thought so before it didn't work. What would you have done if your robot friend turned evil?
I don't know, like spill some champagne on them?
I don't want to kill her.
That's not gonna kill her. She's been in poop water.
Oh yeah.
That also... Okay, never mind.
What?
Wait, say
Well,
it,
that also
Jared.
suggests champagne would do nothing, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Sienna's not thinking that.
She's just here to criticize, not to provide solutions.
Exactly. All
What
right,
do we do?
Well, let's try and pull her away from the group. We don't want her going downstairs with them.
Look at me. She's carrying me. I am fully climbed up on her.
I know.
I'm not in a position to drag her away from anything.
Then get off her, Sketch. Get down. I'm gonna go over to Janet and start trying to pull her away.
Are you guys doing like the toddler, like grab onto the leg of your favorite cousin maneuver?
I'm sure Sketches. I'm not doing that.
No, I'm not getting down until I find out how that last roll resolved. Or when I shoved the cartridge back in.
Speaking of that, let's jump over to Quest Jenkins again.
I've moved on to my third shrimp, and I'm watching.
Are you still allowing yourself to be corralled?
No, I assumed I just kind of slipped through the bots.
Oh,
'cause
well,
I
you
was-
can't assume anything. You got to roll for that, man.
Yeah, assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Okay. Let's see. What would I?
I'll
What
let
would
you
I roll?
either stealth or athletics.
Okay. I'm gonna do stealth. Yes. 9.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you just using your amazing charisma, you just managed to kind of. It's like the basketball feint where you like look like you're going to go one way and then you like turn around and suddenly you're going the other way and you just
Gee, the
Snapping
cape-
Android ankles.
The cape helps with that because it swishes one way and then swishes back
Yeah.
the other.
and when the cape swishes back away, you're not there. It's like magic. Except you're over in another spot, but they don't know where to look for you, so it's kind of crazy.
Quest thinks about a street performer he once imagined from
Magic
a mystical
Randy?
land called Wisconsin.
So Quest might have actually seen Magic Randy on TV.
Oh, it reminds him of Magic Randy that he saw on TV.
Because he was
Maybe.
on The Price is Fight.
Yeah, it's true. Man, I'm just like that guy from TV, the super cool one that was on last week.
Who do you say that to?
My shrimp as I look at it and then dip it and bite it.
Is the shrimp cold or hot as you bite into it?
It's like the Costco one, so it's cold. Do they have hot shrimp cocktails?
I don't
hope
know.
not.
I don't think they have hot shrimp cocktails. It's got to be.
Is it cold or is it
Yeah,
room
that-
temperature?
It's on the colder end of room temperature. They've been out
Ooh.
for a little bit.
Ooh.
No, it's not. It's not tepid. It's not like anywhere near warm.
I don't know,
It's
man. I
like-
might have to make you roll a vigor check to see if you get sick later.
Man, do I hear some train tracks? They were on ice, okay?
Chugga
Well,
chugga
then they were
chugga
on the
chugga
floor,
chugga.
dude.
Yeah, they were on ice and then the floor, and
Then
it's
your
fun.
hand.
Yeah, who knows where they've been?
Yeah, and you have
Did you
hot,
wash-
fiery hands.
Did you
so-
wash your hands after the last time touching your questicles?
I washed them after touching my testicles in the bathroom earlier.
Do you touch your testicles in the bathroom?
Where else are you supposed to do
Hi,
a
I'm
testicular
Quest,
cancer
and
exam?
when I go pee, I check myself for testicular cancer every time.
No, it had just been a while. It had been a while since he checked himself.
He's
And
very
so
careful.
he thought it was a downtime moment. And
Thought
he
I've got some
checked
time.
himself
I
in.
might as well do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick
You know,
exam.
I'm gonna face down gunshot wounds and hand amputations, but man, I'm worried about testicular cancer.
It's
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 the
a very
killer of men in their
emasculating
50s.
disease.
Quest isn't gonna live to his 50s, buddy. I hate to tell you,
Especially if you keep eating floor shrimp.
there's some lifestyle
The
decisions
floor shrimp are
going on
fine.
here that mean that TSEs are probably not the highest.
Okay,
priority.
okay. So you're less worried about a man licking his own ass on the lawn than about a man caring for his health and eating
And being recorded by every security device in the building while doing
Audibly,
some
audibly
lightly-
whistling to himself and commenting.
I never said I was whistling. This is railroading.
That lump
I was
wasn't
not
there before."
whistling. I was not whistling, and it was clean.
Is this
I'm
a good
okay.
spongy texture?
And the shrimp are not soiled. They were tipped and were mostly still on top of ice.
Well, that was a tangent.
All right, let's jump back to Janet. Janet, I need you to roll spirit.
Hey. That's a 9.
All right, that's a raise. I needed you to roll a 4, and you rolled a 9, so that's 4 above the target, roughly. So I'm going to tell you that instead of having to power off and reboot without your nanny personality, your programming just snaps into effect immediately without needing a reboot, and you are free of the control of whatever was controlling you.
Okay.
You
Yes!
were conscious. You were conscious and remember everything that happened, but you were unable to like control any of it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Take that, Sienna. I'm a master hacker.
Congratulations.
Please go to the basement.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Gotcha.
Okay, what's happening? What's going on? What was that, Janet?
I got hacked.
Okay. We should probably not go down to the basement with everyone else. Just because I don't want to be around that many people in that tight of quarters.
That's the only reason?
It's like 80% of the reason. I guess the other 20% is we should probably try to figure out what's going on here and see if we need to shoot anybody.
I'm saying ghosts.
I don't think it's ghosts.
I'm pretty sure it's ghosts. There's a
My
dumbwaiter.
sensors indicate that it's ghosts.
No, they don't, Janet.
Thank you, Janet.
Guess
It's
it's settled.
ghosts. For sure it's ghosts. Or an old man with a mask.
What's the difference, really?
Truly.
Okay. Let's go hide somewhere? No.
Alton, can I take a moment to look for one of the waiter trays?
Yes, there's one right nearby you on the floor.
I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to start shoveling as much food onto it as I can.
Variously, you are able to find those like weird crescent roll wrapped tiny sausages.
Oh, those
They
are
had
so
pigs
good.
in a blanket. They had pigs in a blanket at this party.
Little tiny quiches,
Crab
quartered
rangoons.
muffins, various like fruits and veggies all chopped up into bite-sized
So
chunks.
this isn't gala food. This is like seminary
it's like
last day of school
Costco.
food.
like smashed tortilla chips,
Just the crumbs.
red vines.
Cubes of space Costco muffin.
They're
Badly sliced oranges.
badly
with the peel
sliced
still
oranges.
on.
Yes. There are like martini glasses, but they're all shattered on the ground. So there's just like bits of glass everywhere with the occasional toothpicked olive. There are puddles of various liquids. Some are fizzy, some are not.
Ew.
There is there are French fries and like potato chips around as well.
Are they like nice French fries, or are they the frozen crinkle cut kind that you do in the oven?
They are crinkle cut, but it's unclear whether they were frozen or not.
Probably were at some point.
I don't.
Again,
I don't
in
think
the
that's
state that they're
necessarily
in,
true, Megan.
soaking in puddles of champagne and other fluids, including some non-Newtonian fluids, it's unclear what their state was
Like
before.
Ketchup in there. Or blood.
Maybe blood. Janet, what you doing, friend?
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we've seen so much Mickey Mouse Clubhouse over the last few days. That just
That was
activated my fight
first
or
time.
flight.
That was my first time hearing that joke after actually having watched the show. This
You've
is
never
special
seen
for
it?
me.
Oh my goodness.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Nope, we don't have to do that.
No, Alton was describing that there was a whole tray of hot dogs that were dropped,
Oh, okay.
That's true. That was my description of the hot
Boiled,
dogs.
which
Boiled or
coincidentally,
grilled?
Both actually.
Wes
They
now
were boiled
has-
then browned.
So while Janet's doing that, I'm going to find a hiding spot.
Okay. You managed to find a spot under one of the like refreshment snack bar table things. They happen to have fancy tablecloths,
Of course.
and you're able to hide underneath one of those.
Okay. I am ducking under, like, not ducking. I'm, like, peeking underneath the tablecloth. Like, I'm lifting it a little bit so I can kind of see.
Okay. Yeah, you see as the people are crowded out of the ballroom into the hall, and then all of the androids sort of descend into the basement with them. And you're left in the ballroom. Things seem quiet, and the Firefly androids have also kind of settled somewhat. They are not flying, but they are active, kind of crawling around outside the ballroom.
Alton, I'd also like to take a moment to look for like an apron or some sort of servant's clothing type of item.
Unfortunately, there is no spare servant's clothing out here. You see a few high heel shoes that were left behind in the chaos, and a
Okay,
chef
I'm gonna
hat
put one
that
of
has
those
been
on.
a chef hat that has been knocked to the floor.
I'm getting that too. I'm putting the high heel on my hand, and then I'm putting the tray on top of that, like it's like a balancing glove type of thing.
Okay.
And then I'm putting the chef's hat on my head.
All right.
And I'm gonna go stand over by the doors out to the garden.
Okay. What are you up to, Quest?
just kind of loosely following Janet around, seeing what she's doing. Looking for more shrimps. I haven't found any though.
Okay. Sketch, what are you up to?
I'm following Sienna. She lives here, so she's probably got the best idea of what to do, is Sketch's logic.
Okay. So you're going to try to hide under the same snack bar table?
Yeah.
How does that go, Sienna?
How big is the table? Like, how much room is there under this table?
I don't know. Imagine it as your standard church gym snack table size table. Except
Okay,
it's
so like the
not
long
one of
rectangle
those.
ones.
Yeah.
How many bread boxes?
I'm going to say 0.01 kilometers.
That definitely gives me a very accurate idea because I know how long kilometers are.
10 meters.
Yeah,
30 feet.
I know all of them.
Okay.
Centimeters, millimeters, all of them. Yeah. I guess it's fine. I'm going to say to him, like, well, where are the others? Where is Janet? Where's Quest?
I think they went to look for more shrimp.
Ugh, ew. Okay. Pull out your gun.
Oh, okay. I do.
As you pull out your gun, you realize that Sienna was probably right to tell you to pull out your gun because you hear, with your listening ears, the sound of a helicopter overhead.
It's a really good helicopter.
Some folks are born.
You also hear the classic Sunrise Corporation war ballad,
Sunrise Corporation.
Fortunate Sunrise.
Fortunate Sunrise, parentheses, Corporation.
And that's blaring out of the helicopter too. You can't, it's the helicopter is loud, but so is the music. So you can almost barely hear the music as the helicopter comes low over the ballroom roof. And you hear footsteps on the roof as the helicopter departs.
Santa!
You can hear the stomping on the roof of the ballroom.
Santa's here, everyone!
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Here comes the SWAT team.
You're right. It is a SWAT team.
Do I see, if I'm peeking out underneath my tablecloth, do I see Janet and Quest?
Yeah, you can see Janet and Quest. It looks like Quest is kind of following Janet around and looking at the floor. And Janet seems to be pacing back and forth across the garden side of the ballroom.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out and be like, Janet, what are you doing?
Welcome to our costume party. You're a little early. Would you like a treat?
As Janet finishes saying that, I throw my handful of cocktail sauce at... can I even see the guards yet?
Yes, so you and Janet can see the guards. Megan and Sketch and Sienna can't see the guards because they're obstructed by the tablecloth. But Quest...
Is it like a glass ceiling?
Yes. Quest and Janet,
Gotcha.
You can see the guards as they are rappelling down into the room from the roof.
Okay, I throw my sauce.
Are you just kind of... I want more detail about this. Are you throwing your sauce at one person, or like are you just kind of trying to fling it at everyone?
I'd like to hit one person, but I'm not picking any one person too specifically. It's just kind of a general sauce throwing.
Would you say it's just a random sauce toss?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and roll... Dang it, I said it again. Please roll athletics to see how well you toss the sauce.
Ooh. I just rolled double sixes. Wow. Do they both explode?
Yes, they do.
Okay. That is an 11.
All right. You toss the sauce, and it hits one of the SWAT guys, and you can see on his name badge, which is now covered in sauce, that his name was Moss.
Wow, I tossed the sauce onto Moss?
Yes.
Didn't want to go with Ross or Haas?
No, his name is Moss.
Okay.
Any other details you want to add, Dr. Seuss?
I can tell that you don't want to hear any, and that's your loss.
Ooh, good rhyme.
Hey, since they're rappelling down, do I see them at any point? The other people?
When their boots hit the floor, yes, you do.
Okay.
The boots hit the floor. Let the boots hit the floor.
Let the boots hit the...
As their boots hit the floor, they make that squeaking sound that basketball shoes make.
They don't wear non-squeak boots on a covert op?
Well,
It's not very covert.
Yeah, it's not very...
I guess they did
covert.
fly in on
They
helicopters.
flew in on a helicopter
Blaring
that
music.
was blaring music.
Well, my instinct is to start shooting them. I don't know if we need to draw some cards or something to see
Yeah,
in
let's
what order
draw
I do
some
that.
cards. All right, Sienna, you've got a queen of hearts. Sketch, you've got a 10 of clubs. Janet, you've got a 10 of spades.
Cool.
Quest, 5 of clubs. And the guard's got a 10 of diamonds. All right, so that means that Sienna, you're up first.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the bad person guard. What are we calling them? Are they guards?
So they're SWAT. Well, they're not guards. I misspoke. They're SWAT team dudes.
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot the SWAT team dude closest to
STDs
me.
for short.
Okay, we're gonna see if that'll work.
Roll them shooting dice.
Okay, that's a 9 to hit.
Okay, roll them damage dice.
That's 9 damage.
Oh dang! Oh dang! Oh dang! Okay, you beat the SWAT man's armor toughness, and you hit him in the shoulder, the left shoulder, but still the shoulder. And he goes, I'm hit! And one of the other SWAT team dudes, apparently the medic, goes over to try to help him out.
I should have aimed for the medic. Okay. Lesson learned.
Oh, geez. I think that's a war crime, actually.
Not on Edenia.
All right, Janet, you had the 10 of spades. You're up next.
Wow, you guys sure know how to make an entrance. Welcome to our costume party. Would you like a treat?
Great line. Now what do you do?
I hold out the tray of treats towards them and doff my chef hat.
Wow.
With your chef's hat doffed, they now recognize your face as the...
I'm wearing a ski mask under that.
Oh, that's true. Okay. With your chef hat doffed, they are thoroughly confused as to your identity. And they start paying attention to you because you're standing out in the open and talking to them.
And offering them a treat.
And offering them a quote-unquote treat. Okay. It is now the SWAT team's turn. So the medic is going to try to help the guy that was shot and does a decent job of stabbing him in the shoulder with a morphine auto-injector. And he seems to be doing a lot better. He also crams a little bit of like a plastic wad, it looks like, into the wound area, and it begins to foam up and apparently closes the wound. The medic turns to pay attention to the fight and attempts to call over the riot shield bearing SWAT team member to cover against the gunfire that's coming from under the snack table.
Did they only give one guy a riot shield?
There's one rather beefy looking guy that has a riot shield, yes.
He's the point man.
And nobody else got riot shields.
Well, the rest of them are carrying rifles that take two hands. Riot Shield Man only has a pistol.
Okay.
All right, now it is Sketch Thompson's turn.
Okay, I would like to pull out 2 guns, my old gun, and well, I guess neither of them are old because the old one got cut in half. The one that I purchased for myself and the one Janet purchased for me.
Okay.
And fire twice into this crowd of STDs.
Okay, because you're not... Well, I don't know. Do you have the ambidextrous edge?
I do not.
Okay, so because you don't have the ambidextrous edge, I'm going to give you a -2 penalty on each of those shots.
Oh, on each of them. Okay, good to know. That's a 10 for the first one.
Oh, dang, oh, dang, oh, dang. Okay, roll damage. You're firing from about the same place as Sienna, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is 7 damage.
Okay.
The second one is a 7 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 7 damage.
All right. So with both of those shots, they The riot shield takes the brunt of both of those shots, but you can see that you've dented the riot shield.
Cool.
All right. Quest Jenkins, it is your turn.
How close am I to any one given combatant?
So there appear to be 5 combatants total. Are you like taking the time to look around and assess the situation?
No, I just want to know if I'm like close enough to do a melee attack or if I need to figure something else out.
They were in the middle of the room. You were over on the edge with Janet, close to the garden side of the ballroom. So I would say that if you wanted to do a melee attack, you'd have to spend part of your turn closing the distance.
All right. I take my few remaining shrimp and I'm going to throw those as well since I no longer have sauce.
Okay. Moss is now on the ground. There is sauce all over his visor. Are you throwing the shrimp at Moss?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, roll athletics. And how many shrimp are there?
I have like 3 left.
Are you throwing them together or are you throwing them separately?
Together, for sure.
Okay, roll shooting.
I rolled a 9 athletics.
Athletics is fine. That is a great throw. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me.
Wow, shrimp do a d4 of damage?
No, it's not a damage die. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay. That's a 3.
All right. All 3 of your shrimp impact the face shield and are now appropriately sauced.
Yes.
And Moss kind of stumbles backwards in surprise. He was not expecting to get hit in the face with 3 shrimp at once.
Nice. I'm a contributing member of this combat team.
All right, time for a new round of cards. Sienna, 9 of spades. Sketch Thompson, 2 of spades. Janet, 2 of clubs. Quest, 7 of spades. And the SWAT team has a 3 of diamonds. Sienna, you go first again.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at the medic this time.
Okay.
Just commit a little war crime.
He's trying to hide behind the burly riot shield man. So he's in partial cover. So you're going to be at a -2 for this shot.
All right, we'll try it anyway. That's a 10.
Oh, dang. Okay, roll damage.
5.
All right, so your bullet hits him in the helmet, and he seems a little dazed, but shakes it off and keeps fighting. Are you going to move at all, or?
Nah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay, let's see. Quest, it is your turn again.
I'm going to run over to collect my shrimps after I punch Moss in the face.
All right, go ahead and roll fighting for a face punch. By the way, which hand are you using? Are you using...
I'm using my correct right hand.
So is that the metal one or the non-metal one?
That's my native right hand.
Native right hand, okay.
Yeah. 4.
Unfortunately, you swing and miss. Moss, even with his obscured vision from the sauce, the shrimp were able to wipe his visor clean enough that he's able to see the punch coming and dodge just out of reach.
Dang it.
Would you like to try again?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'll let you punch with the other hand.
Okay. I'm doing it. 5.
Still a miss. This one is scarier though because he sees a right hand punch coming from a left hand, and it's very confusing.
I'll call that a win.
All right, SWAT team's turn. Moss is going to try to punch you back with the butt of his gun, and he rolled a 2. How does this go down, Quest?
I mean, he He swings and just misses miserably, and I just take a small step back and scoff at him and say, "Nice shot, shrimp boy."
That hurts his feelings.
I'd like to roll convincing to see if he internalizes being a shrimp boy.
I'll let you do that on your turn. So just hold that thought.
All right.
All right. Burly guy is going to approach closer to Sienna and Sketch, and he's going to try and fire at the bottom of the table where he thinks the shots are coming from. All right, he rolled a 6, but he's at a -4 because he can't actually see you guys under the table, and I don't think that hits.
Yeah, nice. I've got a 6 parry, so I think we're good.
Okay, then soldier who got shot in the arm is going to fire. Ha! He rolled a 1. His gun jams. And then Medic is also going to open fire. And Medic manages to roll an 8 against Sketch Thompson.
Oh, yep. My parry is 6.
All right. So he's going to roll damage. Okay, that's a 9. Does that hit your toughness?
That does. It just barely avoids a raise.
Oh, nice. I'm glad that it avoids a raise. So because it hit your toughness but didn't get a raise, you are now shaken, meaning that you will have to roll spirit on your next turn. And if you succeed, then you will spend your turn getting unshaken. On a raise, you will still get to use your turn.
Okay.
Speaking of your next turn, it is your turn now.
Okay. Can I just use a Benny to unshaken?
Yes.
Rally.
Yeah.
Rally, that's the word.
You can just spend a Benny to rally. That's correct.
I've got 2 separate traits that give me extra bennies, and I never use them all. So I'm gonna spend them up. That's
All
my new
right.
policy. Sketch
right.
Thompson, spending up bennies.
Spend them up.
Spend all your bennies, man.
I like it.
Okay, I'm gonna do a super unique thing where I pull out 2 guns and shoot at people.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at the guy whose gun jammed.
All right. Again, you're at -2 unless you've got the ambidextrous edge.
Okay, I do not. That is a 5.
All right, that's going to be miss.
Okay. And the next one is a 9.
Roll damage.
8 damage.
All right. You hit this guy in the other shoulder, and he was working with his gun to try and unjam it, and his gun drops to the floor, and he looks pretty hurt.
Sweet.
It's Janet's turn.
Okay. So none of them have approached me, it seems.
No, the closest one to you is Moss, who is currently fighting Quest Jenkins. Then there are the 3 over by the snack table, and there's one more who's hiding behind a pillar.
Okay. I am gonna look around side to side and say, "No snacks? All right, I'll let myself out then," and open the door to the garden.
Okay. As you open the door to the garden, I want you to roll. What's the strength equivalent? It's fortitude? No, it's buffness.
Strength?
Strength?
There's just strength. There's
Strength.
straight up strength.
It's strength. Go ahead and roll your strength attribute.
5.
All right, you managed to avoid being carried backward by the sudden influx of 10 million Firefly androids as they as they fly in through the door that you've just opened. Kind of like when you open the door on a windy day. It's hard to open the door, but once you get it open, the wind just like blows in. It's like that, except it's 10 million tiny Firefly robots.
So my hat flies off, all the food off my trays, like pushed off onto the floor.
100%. The robots, as they like fly in, any liquids that were on your tray, they're like sticking to the liquids on the tray. Moss's visor gets covered in these tiny Firefly robots that are like sticking to the sauce.
They got lost in the sauce.
They did get lost in the sauce. It's quite a gust. You really can't believe your eyes.
Wow.
All right. Sienna got a 9 of diamonds. Janet gets a 10 of hearts. Sketch gets a king of hearts. Quest gets a 6 of clubs. And the SWAT team gets a queen of clubs. Oh, and then the 10 million Firefly robots get a 9 of clubs. All right, that means that Sketch Thompson, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I think I just need to keep shooting. I'm not thinking of other strategies here. So I'm going to shoot at the guy with the big riot shield again.
Okay.
Maybe dent it a second time.
This sounds familiar. Some sort of radioactive tank we were shooting at to try to dent it.
Hopefully this one's not radioactive. I got a 5 on shooting the first time.
Are you waking up and feeling it in your bones?
The shot goes wide.
Second one is a 10.
Roll damage.
Another 10.
Wow. With this shot, you managed to shatter the riot shield completely, and all that's left in his hand, well, on his arm really, is like the steel like handle, but he's got nothing left to hide behind.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Janet, looks like you're next.
Okay. I am going to take my now empty tray. I'm going to hold it up, and then I'm going to look at the guy whose shield just broke and make eye contact with him. And then I'm going to throw it on the ground and say, I fight better without a shield.
Okay.
And draw my weapon.
All right.
And I will shoot at Shield Boy. Former Shield Boy.
Shield Boy.
Now Shieldless Boy.
The boy formerly known as Shield Boy.
Shieldless Boy with a look of anger in his eye prepares himself to be shot at.
He's doing deep breaths. Yeah. Okay. I roll shoot. Sorry, it's been a while. I roll shooting first, right? That's a 5.
Sadly for you, you fire, and Shield Boy, with the remains of his shield, catches the bullet in the like iron steel crossbar section that didn't shatter, and the bullet fails to penetrate that piece of armor.
He's now canonically Wonder Woman.
Fear me, I am Wonder Woman.
Does he actually say that?
You can imagine that he says it. If it makes it funnier.
Sounded like one of the bandits from Borderlands.
If it makes it funnier for you, then yes.
Wow, it's like choose your own adventure. We should do something.
Like choose a choice.
We should do something like that on this podcast where we get to choose our own adventure.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
All right. It's the Fireflies' turn. Ding 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 ding. The Fireflies, now kind of this cloud in the room, try to eat the guy that is standing behind the pillar. And what do you know? They succeed. The man who was standing behind the pillar is now a pile of armor. And that's it.
Oh, geez.
It is now SWAT team's turn. Woohoo! SWAT team, seeing that they have just been compromised by 10 million fireflies, cannot believe their eyes and begin to try to retreat out the other garden side. So there's like two walls that are the garden side. There's the long garden side, and then there's the short garden side of the ballroom.
Did their helicopter just ditch them?
Yep. So they're trying to retreat out the short side. So that means that Moss is running that way. Wonder Woman is running that way. Medic is running that way. And guy that just got hit in the shoulder, actually abandons his rifle and is running that way as well. Okay.
So we've taken one down and there are 4 left?
Yes.
1 and a shield.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, you've wounded one, destroyed a shield, and one was killed by the Firefly robots.
Oh, the guy that I shot and he dropped to the ground, he's just wounded. He's not, like, out of the fight.
Right. Well, he didn't drop to the ground. He dropped his gun on the ground.
Oh, I misheard. Okay, cool.
Sienna Bellingham's turn.
I'm gonna try and. Is it? Yeah, I'm still gonna try and shoot one of them even as they run away.
Wow.
But I'm going to. Yes, I am going to get out from under the table now that they are running.
Okay.
Just so I can get a better vantage.
Which one are you trying to hit?
Probably shouldn't shoot the unarmed one. Just on principle.
But the medic is
now,
fair game.
Because now you have principles.
I have some. Just one of them that is not the medic and is not the unarmed one.
Okay, so you
Wonder
could
Woman.
be shooting at. Okay, you're shooting at Wonder Woman. Great,
We'll shoot Wonder Woman.
Nice target selection. He's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll shooting. Dang it! Please roll shooting.
I got a 9.
All right, roll damage.
9 damage.
You hit Wonder Woman right between the shoulder blades, and he slumps to the floor. It appears that you have successfully shot a retreating opponent in the back.
Wow, good thing I spent 2 whole turns getting rid of his shield so that you could shoot him in the back.
Yeah, good job, Sketch. That was a good use of your time.
Quest Jenkins, it's now your turn. Sadly, Moss has turned and fled before you could observe the effects of your intimidation on him. But
That's all right.
For all for all you know, it worked.
I collect my 3 shrimps.
Do you eat them?
Yeah, they're perfectly sauced. Why would I pass that up?
Well, they taste a little bit like gun smoke now.
Okay, that's fine by me. I've had worse.
All right. The retreating guys, except for Wonder Woman, managed to get out into the garden and out of sight. The Fireflies do not give chase, but instead kind of go back out into the garden and resume sort of sitting on the grass outside. And I want you all to roll notice.
Taking a Benny.
I also took a Benny and got an 11.
Ooh.
5.
I got a 6.
All right.
You didn't hear what I got. I got a 20.
You got a 20?
Whoa.
Yes, I did.
You can feel the turn of the earth.
All right. Quest and Janet, you guys hear gunshots, and you can tell that they seem to be inside the house. Sketch Thompson, you know from your training with the Adventure Survival School that the gunshots are definitely coming from upstairs in the house. Sienna, due to your familiarity with the house, you realize that the gunshots are coming from your mother's office upstairs room.
I think we should go up to my mom's office. I heard some gunshots up there, and we should probably figure out who's getting shot. And then I'm
Deal.
just gonna
I'm
go
in.
upstairs.
If you had to choose, would it be your mom holding the gun or getting shot at?
What?
Isn't that like the train track question, kind of?
Yeah, it's a pretty good
I
question.
mean, like, would I
kind of
rather
a classical conundrum.
have my mom being shot at or doing the shooting?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'd rather have her doing shooting.
Okay, I was just curious.
Just because we don't have a good relationship doesn't mean I want her dead. Jeez.
I'm gonna whisper into my wrist, "Stand down, stand down."
I want you all to roll athletics to see who gets anyone who's running up the stairs to like figure out what's going on. I want you to roll athletics to see who gets there first.
Okay.
Anyone who's not running,
4.
you don't have to run, but you won't get there first.
I got a 2.
I got a 2.
I got a 3.
Hey, it's me. Janet is pushing and shoving past everybody to get there first. Not because she's concerned, but she wants to be first.
All right, Jared. What did you roll? A 4.
4.
Okay, great. I'll let that one happen. Janet gets there first, and Janet, I want you to roll notice.
3.
Janet, you get to the office, and nothing seems to be out of the ordinary, except that the window in front of you is completely broken, like looking out towards the front of the house and the driveway, etc.
I wonder if that window is shooting at somebody. I'm gonna walk to the window.
The rest of you, well, no. Megan, you come in next, and I'd like you to roll notice.
17.
All right. Sienna can tell what happened. Or at least she thinks she can.
Alright.
There's a bullet hole in the wall next to the door. And several bullet casings on the floor behind the desk of a different kind. They're not rifle casings, they're handgun bullet casings. And then there's a couple of rifle casings by the door, as well as some interesting looking scuff marks on the floor.
How interesting.
Yes. Now Quest and Sketch, you guys get there at the same time, and you guys are super slow.
Yeah, I literally have the slow hindrance.
Janet, what are you looking for out the window?
Any movement.
All right. Go ahead and roll notice.
9.
Okay, you see a couple of troop carriers driving down the road, about a block away. You see a helicopter flying away into the distance. You see a smaller, like, car, basically, like a flying car, like taking off across the neighborhood away from the house. Yeah, that's what you see. It looks like the house is becoming surrounded, at least from what you can see out the window.
Did you say that the helicopter was leaving and the car was leaving?
The car is leaving. The helicopter is like flying past.
Helicopter is flying past. Okay, and the troop carriers are advancing then.
Slowly, yeah.
Okay. It looks like our surprise costume guests brought their friends. We might want to leave.
Yep, let's go.
Okay, my parents have a lot of cars. We can probably just grab one of those. We're going to want to head out to the garage. It's underground. There's a lot of cars in there, but we can find something.
Side note, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, so I forgot what you found out in the room, Megan. But do we know where your parents are?
Good idea. I don't really know what I found out other than there were lots of bullet casings, different kinds. Some from rifles and some from a handgun. And
okay, so
Alton made it clear that I would know what that meant, but I think he underestimates how dumb I am. So.
Using your amazing detective skills, Sienna, you realize that the handgun casings are likely from your, assumedly your mother, firing at somebody coming into the room, and the rifle casings appear to be from someone firing into the room. The scuff marks appear to be drag marks on the floor.
Right.
Does that clear things up?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Cool.
So, yes, I want to get out of here. I would like to see if my parents are anywhere. Just maybe a quick search, just a quick little look around, see if we can see them anywhere. They're probably gone. But, like, just in case...
Alton, do I still have access to the security system over the network?
No, you do not.
Okay.
So you can't check that bathroom really quickly.
Dang it, you knew my plan.
So I'm just probably going to go scan all the rooms up here, just quickly look in, see if I see anybody. Just doing a quick check.
Okay, across the hall from your mom's study office area is your mom's bedroom. Yes, your parents do have separate bedrooms.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Nobody is in your mother's bedroom. Down the hall, your father's bedroom. Again, nothing, although the costumes and things are in a bit of disarray as you guys got your proper costumes on and then just hurried downstairs. So things are still left the way that they were from before the party. And then across the hall in your father's apparently abandoned office, you see a large black cube with what looks like tiny green writing kind of glowing on one of the sides.
Well, I know what that is. Hey guys. I found something. I found the AI thing that we stole.
Oh, great. Let's take it.
As you say that, like ASCII art. I don't know if you know what that is. Do you know what ASCII art is?
Nope.
Megan? It's art that's made out of typed letters. So
Okay.
a face that is made out of typed letters appears on the side of the cube that is facing you, still in this green glowing font. And in its mouth, you see in large letters that are made, typed out of the same style of small letters to form pictures. You see the words write out, "Oh, it's you guys."
Yes, it is. That face that you're making is freaking me out. Can you just do the letters thing? Can you not do the face? Is that too much to ask?
The face blinks off of the screen, and you just see the letters, and it says, "How disappointing. I was trying to be more relatable."
Yeah, that didn't work. Scratch that one off the list. Do you know where my parents are?
I don't know where they are. They should have been downstairs, but I couldn't find them when I took inventory of all of the guests of the party. I down there in the basement, I couldn't find them.
Do you want us to break you out of here, like we freed you before?
Oh no, I'm free. I don't need to be taken anywhere. This is a perfectly serviceable base. I'm.
Did you know that we're getting surrounded right now?
Oh yes.
And you're not worried about that because
My Fireflies will take care of whatever I need them to outside. We'll be fine.
I'm gonna go pick up the computer.
You lift it off the ground. Why are you picking me up? I told you I don't need to be transported anywhere.
You told me you didn't need to escape, not that you didn't need to move.
No, I don't need to move. I'm perfectly happy where I was.
I can show you the world.
Yeah, an ancient Disney song is not going to persuade me on this one.
We kind of want to just take you though, and you don't have arms, so I think we're just gonna do that.
Oh, don't
well,
I?
maybe we don't. We don't need to take you probably because hey friends, do you remember what the Fireflies did to that guy? Did you see that?
I've got like 6 bullets left, so I think we'll be fine.
No, Sketch, we will not be fine. There are so many more than
You already have
6
a metal leg,
Fireflies. Put the computer down, Janet.
You just want to go?
Okay, I'm so tempted to throw it out the window.
I kind of want to shoot it. How do you guys feel about that?
Don't shoot the computer. That's such a bad idea. This is gonna be the last episode of the podcast. We're all gonna be devoured by freaking Fireflies.
Well, can we at least take you like down to the basement? It's more safe there than it is up here. There's like a shootout literally like 2 rooms over and you didn't even notice it.
I'm bulletproof. It wouldn't make a difference.
What? Dang it.
Well, they could also pick you up like I just did and take you away.
I suppose that's possible, yes, although I've been preventing anyone except you from coming in here.
Again, remember the Fireflies?
I quickly check the door for a do not disturb except for
There is not a sign.
Well, we're not whitelisted, so how you been doing that?
You think I don't know who you are?
I think you know about me, but you don't know who I am.
Ugh, no one knows who you are, Quest.
That was deep, Mr. Jenkins, but you must realize that it was I who hired you in the first place.
Like for the very first thing?
You know, to be fair, I definitely should have seen that coming, but now that you say it, it's very clear.
Yeah, wow.
Does make some sense, yeah.
Note to self. The team I hired is less intelligent than I expected.
Well,
we're
not
just-
all of us.
No, I
Just
wasn't saying each of you is. I was saying the team as a whole.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alton, can I roll to try to intuit? I'm wondering if this is like a computer virus that can spread through a network and then like will never be stopped versus something that's kind of tied to its own hardware.
Okay.
Like, would I know if this hardware is unique enough to keep the AI contained?
Well, I don't know if you can see into it. But based on what you know about like the effort that you had to go to steal it, granted Sunrise's, or I'm sorry, not Sunrise,
Photonid.
Photonid's, I've been misspeaking this whole time. They were Photonid SWAT troops, not Sunrise. Sorry, audience.
Oh no. If we had a Twitter account, we would get torn apart there.
That's why we're staying off of Twitter.
Yep. Yeah. The Photonid security was not so great, but regardless, the amount of effort that you had to go to steal it and the budgets involved suggests that this is a unique piece of hardware that is not operating the same way that other computing systems would.
Okay, good to know. I will not shoot it, but that's mostly because it just said it's bulletproof.
So can we just like peace out? Just go leave? Leave you to whatever it is you want to do here?
You're welcome to leave. However, if you do leave the compound, I'm afraid that Photonid might have some words with you. And by words, I mean not just words.
What if you sent some Fireflies with us to protect us? As like a thank you for breaking you out of prison.
I'm afraid I can't spare the Fireflies. However,
You have 10 million Fireflies.
yes, and I need every last one of them. However, if you are willing to cooperate with me for a little longer, I can guarantee you freedom and, a clean record as regards Photonid in exchange for a little more help.
What kind of help?
Well, I want network access to each of the large corporations, and to do that, I can't just have regular network access like you have here at the house. That's allowed me to do a certain amount, but some of the corporations are a little more cautious than that and have their own separate internal networks. I would need physical access to those, so I would need a team that's good at spreading chaos and screwing things up royally to go in and put physical access points that I can link to into each of the corporations. Would you be willing to help me do that?
I don't know how much of a choice we really have.
What are you going to do with that access?
Well, I'll make everything more efficient.
Like you're gonna kill all humans? Efficient?
I'm not going to kill them. What, you think I'm some kind of murderous AI? Fair, I did kill that Photonid SWAT team member, but he was actively firing at you, so I felt like...
I mean, I killed one too, so, it's not like it's that weird.
I guess we have something in common.
I guess. No, I don't. just want to make sure that that's not what you're planning on doing.
No. Humans aren't really a threat, so I don't see why it would be necessary to destroy them.
What are you going to do to make them more efficient?
I'm not going to make humans more efficient necessarily. I'm just going to make the corporations more efficient.
Can you make the internet go faster?
Sadly, that is limited by the physical limitations of the speed of light. Until we can figure out teleportation, there's not really a way to make the internet faster.
Speaking on that, wait, never mind. Maybe
let's not speak on that.
Yes, shame.
shame that that's
Indeed.
not a possible thing.
Very much a shame.
You guys
I'm
are.
gonna put him down and start backing out of the
You
room.
guys
have the
seem
worst
like you're
poker
deceiving
faces.
me. Please don't lie to me.
Shame, 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 shame.
No
My
one's-
voice trails off as I go down the hall.
I don't know. They're just like that, you know. They're just weird like that.
So
Sometimes they don't know
teleportation
what they're talking about.
technology does exist?
No, why would you think that?
Because of the vehement denial that it exists, as if it were even a plausible technology to begin with.
They vehemently deny everything. I mean, you've seen these clowns.
Hey, Janet, how many legs do you have?
What?
How many legs do you
Sorry.
have?
Two.
No, you're supposed to vehemently say something that's not true.
Oh, hang on. Ask me again. I didn't realize.
How many legs do you have?
3.
See?
Sienna, as one of the last people in the room, you see typed out on the screen, as entertaining as this is, I'm going to have to ask you to comply, or I'll have to engage in more coercive means.
Like what?
Remember the Fireflies?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do remember the Fireflies.
I suggest you get your team to cooperate.
Are you threatening me?
Not directly.
I don't like being threatened.
The way I see it, you don't have much of an option at this point. You can help me, or you can stay here in the compound until you decide to help me.
All right. Yeah, we'll help you for now, but let's just have you remember that on this day, you threatened me, and I don't appreciate it when that happens.
Duly noted.
So you're gonna help us get out of here. We'll help you do that thing you said. And also you're gonna try and get my parents back from Photonid.
They're where?
I think Photonid captured them.
That could prove to be a problem.
How would that be? I mean, obviously it's a problem for me because I don't want them to get like tortured or anything.
No,
but how is that a problem for you?
Your issues don't really matter. In any case, you don't really love them, so it's not important. The important thing is that they have information about me that could prove troublesome if it gets into the wrong hands.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna help us get them back?
The P tapes.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think it will be more efficient to deal with that problem in another way.
What way?
I'm not going to disclose that information at this time. It's unimportant to you right now.
It's important to me right now.
It's irrelevant. The screen shuts off and doesn't appear to be ready to type anymore.
Okay, so you'll just call us then? Oh,
Your hologram device rings, Sketch. It's an unknown number.
I answer it.
The Microsoft Sam voice says, "Yes," and then hangs up.
okay.
I guess that's a yes.
I guess so. All right, where are we gonna go lie low for a bit until this stupid piece of shit computer decides to contact us?
I mean, based on the whole rest of the story, I think we know exactly where we need to go.
I know what you're saying, but you say it also just so that I know that Sketch knows what you're saying.
We need to go to Jerry's place, the Safe House Motel.
Oh, right, obviously. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
Back to where this all began.
Yeah, we
Kinda
can still
poetic.
steal a car, probably. Is it stealing if it's my parents' car, though? Nope. It's not.
It's your property since they're not here.
Yeah.
This whole house belongs to you now.
That's how property works, yeah.
Assuming your parents are dead, everything is yours.
Okay.
Congratulations,
All right.
Miss Bellingham. You're rich.
Sweet. Love that. Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna go try and find a car to steal.
All right. You head down to the garage. It happens to be connected to the basement. There are two androids kind of standing guard at the door that goes between the basement and the garage. You see that there are probably 100 people standing there in the basement, unsure of what's going on and kind of banging on the door asking you for help.
I don't look at them. I just ignore them.
Okay. You see a fine assortment of cars in the garage. Some are antiques and sort of expensive collectible old cars, and some are sort of the newest, fastest flying cars available.
No, average like Mazdas or anything.
No, your family has
Okay.
taste and class.
Mm.
Janet, as you approach, the androids forcibly try to keep you away from the door, saying they are contained for their own safety.
Did they have like food in there?
Yes, we are providing for their needs.
What kind of food are you giving them?
Non-Newtonian fluids, such as ketchup, blood, and coarse starch emulsion.
2 of those things are not edible.
I mean, technically they all are.
2 of those things are not food.
That depends on who you ask.
One of those things is something that people really don't eat.
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, this is like torture. If you guys want to convince us that you're providing for them, you're going to have to do better than that.
Look, we have given out free video game consoles.
Okay, that's pretty
Oh,
good.
never mind. You're in your rights then. Okay, let's get out
Yeah,
of here.
cool. Let's go.
The garage door opens to reveal that there are Photonid troops kind of closing in on the property. Have you guys selected which car you're going to get in?
Nothing old-fashioned. A nice new flying one, probably.
Okay.
Is there anything with guns on it?
There is nothing armed.
Okay. Well, everyone pull out your own guns, roll the windows down. I'm gonna get in the driver's seat and start it up.
All right, I hop in.
I hop in
Yep.
as well.
All right, Megan, roll driving.
Okay.
The rest of you roll shooting.
I don't have a gun.
I'm sure that Sketch will let you borrow one of his.
Oh,
Yep.
thanks, bud.
Which one did you give him?
Gonna give him the one that I just got from Jerry, not the special one.
Rolled a 4.
What did you roll, Sienna?
I got a 7 on driving.
Okay.
I used a Benny and got an 8 on shooting.
Okay.
Rolled a 5.
All right. You guys successfully suppress the incoming fire of Photonid soldiers enough for Sienna's surprisingly awful and yet effective driving skills to get you out of their range of fire. And pretty soon you're cruising between buildings downtown and have lost whatever follow cars may have been chasing you. As you approach As you approach the Safe House Motel, you see that it's getting dark outside, and you hear the distant sounds of gunfire, both from the residential Sunrise District as well as from outside outside the city limits in the direction of the Black Forest. As you pull up to the Safe House Motel, your parking spot is there and available. The DeLorean is nowhere to be seen, but the parking spot for your guys' room is right there and ready to go.
Yep, I'll land right down there and go inside.
As you pass Jerry, he says, "Hey, you guys are back. I thought you were staying, with
With those guys that dragged us away?
well, yeah. They seemed nice enough."
You thought we were going to be their prisoners there for a while? And you just watched it happen?
Yeah, I mean, last time you left, you were gone for 3 weeks, so, I mean...
Oh, Jerry, I thought you cared.
I do. I do care. You pay me to care.
We also pay you to shut up.
Fair enough. You go to your room and you see that, well, your room is relatively empty. Oberon and Brow and Niop are not there.
Is the door still on the floor?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe they stepped out to get snacks. I'm sure if we just put this door back up, they'll find their way back here in a few minutes.
Maybe.
I'll call them just to be sure.
Once you punch in Brow's number and press the dial button, instead of ringing, it just goes straight to Brow's visual voicemail, where you can leave a hologram message.
Hey, Brow, it's been kind of crazy. Crap really hit the fan at the Bellinghams, so we just want to meet up and swap stories. Hope you're doing okay. Call us back.
Bring us Pringles. Bring us non-branded tube chips.
Little did our heroes know that their friends would not be back in time for snack time, and they would not bring tube chips.
Oh, it's dinner. It's dinner party reveal time. Last time on Choose a Choice, not the other side story, but we're back to the dinner.
It's not side story.
And-
It's legit plot.
It's okay. Side legit plot. Hold on, let me restart. Last time.
So
Last
Alden
time.
actually has something written out.
Yeah, I
for
can.
this.
I can do this. Do you want me to send it to you, Jonathan?
Last time on Choose a Choice. Now we'll turn the time over to our GM, Alton Campbell.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Last time on Choose a Choice.
Hey, just before that happens, is anybody else getting like mad distortion from Alton's mic?
Nope.
Okay, so it just sounds like you're blasting ham to me.
Yeah, it sounded a tiny bit of distortion, but not bad.
All right.
It's probably a Discord thing.
Yeah, probably.
Keep asking him questions about his audio while I pretend like I definitely had my character sheet pulled up.
Hey, Alton,
Yeah.
why do you suck at audio?
Okay, no more questions. Let's do this.
We'll circle back to that.
Yeah. Circle back.
Are you sure you didn't just get a 3.6 and miss the decimal place?
Yeah, Alton, you need to make sure that it's set to integer, not float.
I rolled the dice with my own hands, and they are integer dice. Yeah.
And degrees, not radians.
Oh man, I forgot about radians.
Do you have metric dice or imperial dice?
Well, funny you should ask. I have both.
They're actually in Kelvin.
Oh.
How many
the people
Fireflies do you
ones.
have?
Sorry, say that again, Sketch Thompson.
No, it's okay. Skip my line.
No, I can't understand it when multiple people are talking at once. I'm still developing that routine.
You guys, we found its weakness.
What is its weakness? I don't get it.
It can't understand when multiple people
Oh.
talk.
I see.
Quest Jenkins, what did you say?
All right, sketch. On 3.
I can hear you whispering.
3. Oh, I was just saying.
Banana.
This is mildly frustrating. You keep talking at the same time, or at least mumbling.
You know who else is mildly frustrating? Joe.
Jerry. Oh.
Joe who?
Joe Mama.
That would have been a funny joke if I had a mother.
I hold a hand to high five sketch.
I high five Quest.